Thank you guys so much for watching us today. We are so excited about today's topic. We want you guys to get actively involved in today's topic. So thank you so much for watching. We have a special guest with us, and we're going to bring her on in just a minute. And we're excited to have her come on today. So we wanted to have a very exciting topic for you guys today, and we're going to discuss that in just a moment here. So Dr. Ferrara, you want to say hi, everybody?
Hello, everyone. And we do have a special guest today in our topic. And hopefully everybody enjoyed our poll about who gets better sleep, men or women.
Absolutely, absolutely. So let's go ahead and bring in our special guest. And you want to introduce her, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is Jill Weiner from Conscious Health Meditation here in Atlanta.
Thank you, Jill, so much for
thanks so
being
much for
here
having
with us.
me.
We're excited to have you here. You want to say hi to everybody?
Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I'm super excited to be joining lovely gentlemen on their regular Facebook Live interviews. It's a joy to be a part of it, and I'm excited to get talking about sleep and stress.
Stress is one of my favorite things to talk about.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, what we're going to discuss today is basically who sleeps better, Dr. Ferrara, men or women. You want to go first and let us know?
I'd rather have see if anybody in the audience try to guess. I think most of the poll said that men sleep better, and I would like to see if anybody out there agrees or not.
So we want to hear from the audience. Who can you guys tell us? Who thinks better? We did have a poll earlier. I think we had 13 people who voted, and the majority actually said men. So that's pretty interesting to hear that. So we'd love to hear from you guys to let us know exactly what you guys are thinking about this as well. So please let us know. So Jill, you want to give us a little hint? What are your thoughts about that?
I think whoever is the most stressed out is going to have a worse sleep. So I'm not sure I can. I'm not sure I can delineate between men and women for this one. So I think I'm going to have to say men, women, or stress.
Men, women, or stress. I'm going to choose
create my own answer.
Create my own answer.
Okay.
And so what do you say, Dr. Ferrara?
I think for sure men get better sleep.
And why do you say that?
Just from experience from patients, it seems like men never hardly complain about sleep, and women always complain about not getting enough sleep or looking for medications. And also I think statistically people are on sleep aids, which again such as Ambien or Lunesta, things you see on TV. It seems to be women by a large, in fact, I would say more like 70-80% are women on them.
Wow, that's amazing. So, Dr. Weiner, can you give us some tips on maybe some ways to people can get better sleep?
Well, I think first off, who are the loudest snorers, men or women?
Who are the loudest snorers, men or women?
Well, that's good. That's a good. Wait a minute. So that was a good question.
Who's listening to the snorers and getting their sleep interrupted?
I'm wondering that question.
Yeah.
You know what? That is, Jill. That is a very, very good point. Actually, that is a good point. But that probably men are probably louder snorers, and that is a good point. Maybe that's the reason why women don't get enough sleep at night. But I'm talking about just unable to sleep, just sitting up, just thinking. Or what? I'm not sure if it tends to happen in women. Seems like when they reach their, 40s and 50s, right? It's right around menopause. And my thinking, and I don't think any studies actually been done on this. I think a lot has to do with just hormonal changes as they get older. That women have a harder time sleeping. When they're trying to get a full night's sleep, 7-8 hours, and they're only getting about 4 to 5 or 6, or waking up in the middle of the night. But that's just from experience from patients talking to me.
It's interesting
so
because I feel like
my
non-scientific
experiences
that they're equal, or maybe even men, and maybe the men talk about it, but I feel like maybe men carry inside just very, very stereotypically, men carry inside their stress and their worries more and don't talk about it, and they internalize it and then end up staying up at night because they're worried about stuff, whereas maybe women are a little bit vocal about it. I don't know. It's an interesting question.
I don't know. It's an interesting question. From my perspective, to answer your question, Dexter,
sleep is
sleep is
interrupted by stress chemicals that we make in our body when we're stressed out. So cortisol, adrenaline, norepinephrine. And those, if you're in general stressed out or you're having a lot of stress reactions, those actually function. I always say they're like your body's own Red Bull, so that you can respond to a scary situation, like attacking you in the woods, or you getting held up at gunpoint. To some extent, it's beneficial to have that alertness. But when the stressor is someone cutting you off in traffic, or you're worried about your job, or maybe the stock market, your kid didn't make their bed, or whatever. The stress chemicals are still the same. And they're still going to keep you. You're having a lot of constant stress. Your level of your hormones are high, and you're either going to have a hard time falling asleep, or maybe you're going to wake up in the middle of the night with your thoughts racing, or you think you're getting good sleep, but it's not super restful. That would be my physiology lesson for all of our Friday afternoon listeners.
Attitude, that is very good. I'm very impressed.
Absolutely. And so this is what we're talking about. So she mentioned a lot of good things why people don't sleep, and so as far as like some of the stress, what have you seen, Dr. Ferrara, in your practice as far as people having stress or sleep related issues because of stress?
I think it's everything Jill talked about. Whether it's the kids, it's the job, or relationships, or just money. The stress does play a big role. It is a big issue. Not getting enough sleep, because you're sitting up thinking, worried about it. So finally a downtime where you're actually thinking about things after you put the kids down or got off the phone, whatever. And I think the stress does contribute to that.
Yeah, because you see a lot of people sometimes on Facebook, where they say, "Hey, I can't sleep tonight. I'm up late at night. Is anybody else
not
up?"
Up that late, but
I'm not usually up that late. Usually I'm in bed, usually by 10 o'clock. But you have seen people where they said, "Hey, listen, I can't sleep that well tonight. I'm having issues sleeping." So I've seen that a lot. So this is why we wanted to bring this to you guys today to talk about this. This is a real issue when it comes to sleep, because sleep is so important. I remember years ago, I read a study about people who actually don't sleep well, or they don't get as much sleep. It's kind of like they compared it to drunk driving almost.
Yeah. I mean, Jill can tell you too, if you don't get a lot of sleep, it is like drinking, drunk driving. I mean, all you have to do is the next day, the mistakes made at work, you're dragging, mistakes driving, falling asleep at the wheel, but just a lot of errors are made.
Absolutely.
In sleep.
And Jill, and Dr. Winter, what would you also bring a point in about this as well?
About the making us not
comparing it to like drunk driving, basically, because of lack of sleep.
I'm fortunately a good sleeper, and if I ever have one or two bad nights sleep, I'm like the princess in the pea, and I feel like I've had this, it's the worst day ever, so I can't imagine what it's like for people with chronic insomnia, but your reaction time is slower, you're going to be a lot more reactive. There's this concept called adaptation energy that I talk about all the time in meditation classes.
And could you explain that? Can you explain that for us a little bit?
Absolutely. So it's your bank account of patience. If you have a certain amount of ability to deal with stuff that life throws at you, and you kind of you get more of it by resting, and you lose it by when things are stressful or go against your expectations. And so if you're not rested, you have a lot less adaptation energy to deal with the stuff that life throws at you. So it's going to 5 annoying things happen, and then you 3 annoying things will happen, and then maybe you snap. So it's going to make you a lot more reactive, and just in general not able to be as present and participating in the world. So the adaptation energy is not something I can check in a blood test. I can't draw your blood and say your adaptation energy level is 40 or 12, but it's a concept that I think a lot of my students really relate to, because it's like, that's why I snapped when it didn't seem like it wasn't that big a deal, because I hadn't gotten the night's sleep, or I was hungover, or 18 bad things had happened to me already that day, or my mom's sick and I'm always stressed about that. So sleep and adaptation energy are hugely related, and I think that's something that we
something that we
often overlook. It's just part of self-care.
I actually saw Deepak Chopra give a talk this week on Monday.
The first thing he gave a list of I think five essential elements to good health, and the first one was sleep. So it is super important.
It is super important.
And I think that's very important, the points you made up, because a lot of times people, we undervalue sleep because we pride ourselves on, I can work so many hours, I can do this, but your body needs to rest. And I think you have brought that up several times about rest.
Multiple times. And I think Jill would agree. 8 hours of sleep, I think 8 hours of sleep, getting proper sleep, it is part of being well-being. And I brought that up many times. One of the things that sleep, getting good sleep is good for your health. But Jill, what can you tell us? What can your techniques can help with sleep? How can people, who have a hard time sleeping out there, what things that you can do, your practice can do?
That's a good question.
One of my
colleagues was I think he was either a lawyer or an investment banker, but first starting out in his career, so working 80-hour weeks or 100-hour weeks or whatever. And he was on a bunch of different sleep aids, and he learn this meditation practice. I call it conscious health meditation,
but it's also known as Vedic meditation, and it's also similar to transcendental meditation.
He took the class, and by the second day of the class, he was off.
And
he never went back on that.
And which is what prompted him to eventually change careers and learn to teach it.
It is so powerful.
It is so powerful
giving us rest. And basically, I'll try to explain this. Because this is something I could go on about forever. But when we get into our meditative state for this type of practice, we call it transcending. And they've done studies in the lab that show that restful place, which is actually easy to get to with this type of meditation, unlike other types of meditation, your head against the wall. We get to our meditative state, and that's 2 to 5 times more restful than any point in a night's sleep. They measured in the lab based on how quickly our body moves details that aren't super important, but every meditation is 2 to 5 times more restful, and so our body is able to make chemicals that we call bliss chemicals, which are actual scientific things, serotonin, the ability to balance dopamine, endorphin, and a few other ones that allow our body to repair the damage done from stress. That we actually have scars in our bodies left from all the stress we've ever had, and so this practice actually reverses the damage from some of that stress and allows us to be, which leads to us being less reactive and less stressed out and healthier, and it lets your immune function better, your digestion, all the things, stress effects, those all get better when you start meditating.
And that's very important. And we do have a comment from Roseanne. And what can you read that comment of what Roseanne said?
She said, it's actually what we described earlier. When you don't get enough sleep, the very next day you feel like you're a hangover and nauseated, you don't feel right. And Jill, you as an MD, obviously you remember from being a resident, you come over working a 24-hour shift, you've been up all night, and then trying to drive home. That feeling of just being hungover, and it's exactly what Roseanne describes. That is very normal when you don't get enough sleep, and goes right along with what we're talking about. It just you have to have sleep. I think it's a recharging, of your cells and getting you healthy. But I totally agree with you, Jill, in the sense that, getting people off pills. I had another patient that said, I'm having this cold, I'm having the flu, I want to get sleep, and can I get an Ambien? That's what I've done in the past. And my answer has always been these alternatives. And in these shows, we always try to say the alternatives. I think this is a good alternative, is what you're doing. Now, if you can give us some more information about how you like that, because I think for my practice,
I'm sorry, the sound just cut off for most of what you were saying, so I didn't actually. I'm just trying to message you.
No, I'm trying to say is more telling us more about. I want to tell us more about your practice, because you're very valuable to my practice. I get many patients who come in saying, I have a hard time sleeping, and my way of dealing with it is just telling them there's alternative ways, such as your practice, or getting exercise, or getting into a routine so you're always in the same place so you can fall asleep. Everybody has a routine, but I think your practice is a great tool for my patients who have a hard time falling asleep.
I kind of heard, I probably caught about 30% of that. I'm not sure what's going on with the sound, but I heard you talking about daily
routines and making sure that good sleep is a part of that.
So I'm going to answer that to what I think you were maybe asking, and maybe it'll take us somewhere new in the conversation. But I think one thing that we forget about in our routines is devices and screens, and the fact that we're staring at these big blue screens all the time, and those because we're never disconnected, they keep us up, and they're another huge reason why people have a hard time sleeping. It's like, okay, turn off Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or whatever, and then put the phone down and roll over and go to sleep. But it's your brain is so activated by that, and it's very hard to turn off. So I think incorporating into your routine some time without the devices, without the screen time, or changing the settings on your screen to nighttime or left bright can help a lot. And I don't know if that at all address what you were talking about.
No, that helps us. No, that does help. Going back to a routine, routine, whether turning down all the sounds or just making a room cold, or drinking chamomile, or always, at the same time putting pajamas on and brushing your teeth, just getting into a routine. But more was thinking about people who have a hard time, just say, hey, I just need sleep aids to go to sleep for whatever reason. And, I'm more interested in your practice because I want to be able to, I don't know if you can hear me, be able to, not only myself, but other doctors and other people coming to you to help them with their sleep. Can you talk more about that, how you can do that?
Okay, Jill, can you hear us okay?
Guys, I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on
I'm hearing
with the sound. I'm hearing like 1 out of every 100 words. So maybe if you guys want to keep talking for a while, and I'll jump in once I start hearing you more regularly.
Okay.
I don't know how to answer your question.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know how to answer your question.
Yeah, basically.
Dexter, are you?
Yeah, we're here. Sometimes I think there may be a connection issue at times from here and there, but you should be.
I'm not hearing you either.
Oh, you can't.
I don't know. Facebook people listening in, can you guys?
They should be able to hear us. I'm getting sound on my end. Can you hear me okay now, Jill? Can you hear me okay, Jill? Can you hear me? Okay, it looks like
both of you guys I'm hearing like one syllable of every 3 sentences.
Okay, I see. So there's probably
basically. Is anyone commenting on the Facebook page?
Jill, it says, Jill, can you tell us more about
your practice? I just a message to you.
Yes, absolutely.
Can they hear?
Can you tell?
If they can hear, then you guys keep talking, and I'll just
hear. Then you guys keep talking, and I'll just.
Okay. Yeah, basically. Can you hear us now?
I'm going to try to plug into my
landline too, or my.
See if that
works.
Go ahead. Okay, can you hear us now, Jill? I guess you can't hear us.
Okay. So one of the.
Okay. Well, the camera's on me.
So we sent you a text. We sent you a text. So basically, what the audience out there is that, there's alternatives.
So we're talking about modern devices.
No, we're basically, dude, folks out there, everybody has a hard time sleeping at some point or another. And it's not always, taking Tylenol PM or medications or things. A lot of times there's alternatives. And I think meditation and what Dr. Wiener was talking about are very, very helpful, learning those techniques. And that's just one of the many techniques people can use. Exercise helps with sleep. Losing weight.
Okay.
I think exercise.
Eating the right things.
I'm getting a message that you're asking me to
talk about my business a little bit. Is that?
Yes.
Thumbs up. This is good. We're back to basics.
This is good. We're back to basics in terms of communication.
Thanks
thumbs
to
up.
our good friend in the background.
Thanks to our good friend in the background for
For the text message. Okay, my business.
I have a meditation studio in Kirkwood called Conscious Health Meditation and Wellness. I teach conscious health meditation courses there that are taught over 4 days in a row, just 90 minutes a day. And by the end of that course, you are a self-sufficient meditator. But the coolest part, other than being able to meditate easily, is that you get to be my student for a lifetime. So once you take the class up front, I host group meditations at my studio.
You can come take the class anytime you want to take it again.
And I do a lot of email, and we're doing a meditation challenge with my students for the month of February that's going on right now. That's been a lot of fun.
I also have a program
called Conscious Health Ally, which is for people with stress-related health issues, including insomnia. So any insomniacs out there listening, and that incorporates my medical background and my meditation training. So it's meditation, instruction. I do one-on-one coaching with people. This is a 6-month program. One-on-one coaching on the mind-body connection, pain, suffering, and
are you guys hearing me?
We are.
Yes, we are. Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
And review of medical records.
And review of medical records to help you communicate better with your medical team. And
referrals to alternative wellness practitioners. Because
I'm probably one of the only doctors I know who is like all about
trying, and understanding and being excited about
non-medical things, non-Western things that I think can sometimes fill in some of the gaps of
we don't receive that training in medical
because we don't receive that training in medical school.
That's a program I'm doing. I actually have a few spots open
for beta testing for that. You get the whole program for just the price of learning to meditate with me. So if that's something you're interested in, you can message me here or email me at jill@jillwiener.com, WENER. So
if you're interested in learning about
meditation, you can come to one of my intro talks. I do those a few times a month and come learn more about the technique and its benefits and more about what my class is like. So
it's been really great getting out.
Getting out in the community. And
thanks for the chance to talk here.
Thanks for the chance to talk here with you guys. I love hearing what you had to say about sleep.
Technology wasn't working.
Technology wasn't working, but
I think Jill has a good program because it's not just sleep, but I think in overall well-being. I think in the past we mentioned that meditation and what she's discussed also helps with things like high blood pressure. Remember we talked about that?
Absolutely.
I think it lower high blood pressure. I think it can help with mood. Just being a happier person and feeling better and having more energy in relationships. I think there's a lot, the benefits. I know Jill did not cover all of them, but there's just more benefits than just sleep and what she's telling you and overall health well-being. And we also talked about things like yoga. Yoga does the same thing. All these non-traditional Western medicine things that I think in some ways works better. I think the meditation is a lot healthier for sleep and doing that than any pills, anything a traditional Western medicine can do, I believe. Okay?
Absolutely. So you have any other last suggestions, Dr. Ferrara, about the sleep issues?
I think is suggestion do what you can to get 8 hours of sleep.
Okay.
And medications such as Ambien or Xanax are never the answer because those people never get a good night's sleep again once they start down that pattern.
And that's usually one of the first things people tell you to take when you have sleep
and
issues.
I totally disagree. I think they should go the non-traditional routes. I think it's time, and I'm glad that Dr. Wiener is doing this in Atlanta because it's providing a different way, but I'm hoping in the next 3 or 4 years that this is going to become the norm and not the medications when you go to a doctor's office they immediately give you medications. So.
Absolutely. So, okay, well, we're going to go ahead and end our Facebook Live today. We thank you guys so much. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them up there. If you need Dr. Wiener's information, just text on the Facebook page right here, and that information will be provided. So thank you guys so much for watching us.
And I think we'll put it on this live feed. We'll put it on her information.
Absolutely.
I think Leslie will put it on, and then we probably should post something in our, Urgent Care at Druid Hills page about Dr. Weiner too.
Absolutely.
I think she does great work.
Absolutely. So thank you guys for listening to us this week, and hope you guys have a very exciting week, because like I said, we wanted to bring you guys some information that hopefully you guys can enjoy. So that was the whole purpose of us doing today's show. So we want to say thank you, and we hope you guys really have a fantastic, wonderful weekend. You want to say bye to everybody?
Goodbye, everyone.
All right.
Hopefully have a great weekend.
All right. See you guys later. Thank you.
Thank you.